Hello and welcome to Coffee Catch Ups. We are back. We had a bit of a week's hiatus. Unfortunately, ended up getting a bit unwell. Had a virus that's been going around. Not sure if you guys have heard of it. Called COVID, and that hit me last week. It's actually hit the whole family, and it was a tough old week. I'll tell you that much. It was an interesting time, but hence no coffee catch up last week. But it is great to be back. A funny story actually about the getting any up with COVID is I messaged my trainer and I said, "Sorry, I won't be there. I got the vid," and so she messaged me. Um, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm back now." She said, "Oh great. How did the event go?" She thought that I was doing a video for one of the events or one of the summits that we do, rather than actually having COVID. But yeah, all recovering now. Voice is kind of back, and end up having to do the Certainty Summit from home. And I think the irony of that is the fact is that we look at the concept of certainty. I mean, we've got our studio set up at Wealth Mentor in the office there, and the certainty of just being able to turn up there and being able to present and having everything set up, instead having to get the team to ship everything over to me so that I could set up my own studio, which was done just over in the corner there, to be able to present the Certainty Summit. And I'm so pleased that we did, because it was an absolutely epic summit. I can't stress enough how much knowledge, value that the two people that I've got to present alongside brought to the Certainty Summit. And I think it's a summit that everybody can pick something up from. No matter if property is your thing, no matter if you feel like everything's going swimmingly with your current investing or your current um, life journey, I think there's so many things that can be taken away from the Certainty Summit in terms of personal growth, in terms of understanding what could be around the corner and how you can best prepare yourself, and also the actual technical side. And that was something that was really cool to hear from Bella, was the actual technical side to how we deal with certainty and the actual biology behind it. So it really was a great event, and I highly recommend it. So I'm going to get the link into the chat right now, so that at least you guys have it there. Make sure you grab that, save that link, because then you can jump back and have a watch of the Certainty Summit, and make sure that you pick up all those brilliant little tips and tricks that was shared. From me, I felt my opportunity to share in terms of certainty was around what we're seeing in terms of the property market currently, what we're seeing in terms of the legislation changes, the changes to lending criteria, and how that all comes together in terms of affecting or impacting on the current market. So when I was speaking, I was addressing, we're interest deductibility. We've got the fact that we've got the CCFA, the triple CFA. We've ended up going high interest rates. We've got inflation. We've got all these elements that are coming in. We've got supply and demand issues, both in actual housing and in products. So we've got all these elements coming together in, and how does that actually impact, or how does that adjust, or how does that change what we actually see in terms of the market, and what it's actually led to in this current position, and how we actually can take advantage. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but best set ourselves up, or best look at strategies or elements in terms of what's happening in the current climate in terms of our investing. I think that we've got a huge opportunity. I definitely suggest you have a listen to this on the summit. I think we've got a huge opportunity right now to get on the property ladder with some great equity buys. Great equity buys. This is something that a lot of the team has been talking about as well. The fact is that you're able to buy property in the current climate below market value, with the ability to create strong amounts of equity, adding value. If you want to know more about this, I highly recommend you jump on the summit. As well as that, if you want to know more on this, we do cover it off in a number of different elements as well, including our property masterclass, which you'll hear a little bit more about during the summit as well. But all these elements really have led to the ability to make really good capital or equity uplifts within our transactions. If you buy and hold, it's equity uplift, giving yourself the ability to refinance, revalue, and go and buy again. if it's in the trading side of things, I think there is an opportunity now to make some really good capital uplift in terms of adding the value to the property, being able to move it on and make a solid profit. There is a great opportunity now if you can create a desirable product or a really in-demand product at the back end. All of these elements are stuff that I discuss during the summit. So once again, definitely jump on and grab that link. It is in the comments for you guys. So I was joined by Lawrence and Bella, and it was really cool to have them both joining us on the summit. I'm going to start off with Lawrence because Lawrence, for some of you that have seen his content, I'm sure you have. Again, we'll pop a link into the comments now, which is a link over to Lawrence's profile on Wealth Mentor, where you can see some of his content that he does create. Lawrence is obviously the host of The Wolf of Queen Street. We've all been on his podcast and his show, and he does the Daily Nuggets, some really great insight into property and also just business in general. He loves being able to provide content. He's also a bit of a social media geek, so he does a lot of our work behind the scenes for our social media at Wealth Mentor. But his journey and his story is so inspirational. Absolutely love hearing Lawrence present because his passion for sharing his story, because he knows that his story has a huge impact on other people in terms of their journey and their life, to be able to make sure that they are growing and they are becoming the best versions. So it was interesting listening to Lawrence, and he talks a lot about the fact that he feels that property saved his life by having the right type of portfolio and having the right knowledge behind him. It actually gave him the ability, and he says this outright, that it saved his life. I definitely, like I mentioned before, recommend you jump on and have a listen to what Lawrence has to say. But his whole element of being able to use property to save his life was around the fact that he actually sees it as the ability to surround yourself with the right people. So, if you're surrounding yourself with the right people, that gives you the ability to be able to leverage and use the knowledge of those people around you, because the knowledge, the impact, the general aura of surrounding yourself with like-minded people, but also like-minded people who are actively looking to create a different life for themselves and grow as investors, is definitely something that you want to look at. So in terms that really focus on the ability of surrounding yourself with a network that is going to drive you to where you want to be. You hear this a lot about people talking about, the people, the closer people you hang around is who you become. Well, hang around with the people that you want to become, because that's going to give you the ability. And that's what Lawrence talks a lot about, and definitely is something that you want to learn from Lawrence. And lastly, his story, and I don't want to give too much away because I think it's truly inspirational. I think it'll have a huge impact on all of you guys that jump on and have a watch, is the fact that you just don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what's around the corner and how that can impact your life. So definitely, I think you'll take a lot away from Lawrence. And then we had the amazing Bella. I mean, Bella is a partner of Wealth Mentor, and we've been very fortunate to be able to offer some of her amazing programs that she does have on offer. If you want to know more about what Bella's got on offer, again, link in the chat now for you guys, which is Bella's profile on the website. Having Bella as the ultimate professional in terms of really a passion for understanding the biology, the physiology behind what makes humans become the best they can be. She calls herself, I think, a nerd, a self-confessed nerd when it comes to human nature and human performance. So she talks a lot around the biology and the actual way that we process information and how we deal with uncertainty. So the whole concept again of the summit obviously was how to deal with the uncertainty. Bella breaks it down and actually looks at how we actually process as humans through this element. And it's so interesting because then she refers it back to her life and the transition that she made within her life and her thinking, to be able to make sure that the thought processes and the way that she goes about her day-to-day, goes about her investing, is within this performance mindset element. I don't think I'm even close to giving it enough credit for how absolutely epic this presentation was from Bella. So, like I mentioned, guys, this was a really, really great summit. We've made it available. The link there, I've told you already, it's in the chat, so you can nice and easily grab that link and jump on and have a watch. And I'd also love to hear from you guys. So you'll have the ability when you watch it to please jump in and drop a comment. Let us know what you think of it. Because obviously at Wealth Mentor, one thing that we're trying to constantly do is become the best version of ourselves. I talk about a lot, become the best version of yourself, become the best version of yourself. Well, that's also a very big mission for us at Wealth Mentor to become the best version of ourselves. And we absolutely love feedback. We love emails. We love messages in terms of any feedback, in terms of everything that we do. So please make sure you drop the comments on the summit and let us know what you think. As well as that, if you want to reach out to me personally and let me know what you guys think, or even some ideas for coffee catch-ups, love to be able to hear from you. I've actually got a really exciting guest that I've just been talking to via Instagram. Actually, it seems like a lot of communication these days is via Instagram, but talking to him and can't wait to be able to get him on the show. You guys will absolutely love this one. An absolute superstar within New Zealand, so I can't wait to be able to bring that on. There's our Instagram page there, guys. If you want to reach out to me, send me a DM. I would absolutely love to hear from you and let me know what you're thinking of everything. As well as that, lastly, before I let you go for this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, later on this week, we are going to be having another coffee catch up. I'm not going to give too much away, but you guys don't want to miss this, because this is really the transformation and the real forward thinking of the money system. That's about as much as I'm going to give you. But definitely want to catch us for coffee catch up later this week. Keep a lookout on our social medias for when we post, when that will be going live. As well as that, if you want to know anything that we've got coming up, guys, the website, we've got a brand new website. It's definitely worth checking out. We've got all the events up there. There's the link there. Thank you, team. You're on form today. There's the links there with all the events that we've got coming up in Wealth Mentor, as well as that we're constantly posting new blogs, new articles on there, so we can continue to grow all together and become the best versions of ourselves. All right, that's me for this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic out there. You're smashing your goals. Again, reach out. We would love to hear from you guys and hear what you've got to say. Don't forget to hit the like and hit the subscribe, so that when we have these coffee catch-ups, when we have these summits, you guys get a notification that we're going live and you don't miss them. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. Get out there, have an afternoon that's going to absolutely rip your goals apart. And always, most importantly, make sure that you are staying awesome. See you later, everybody.